What's up? Welcome back. We are live. We are back at it again. Windy City Savage for life. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Guys, it's me. It's SG3. How y'all doing tonight, man?
All righty, let's get into the news. All right, let's kick it off. First thing is first. Let's just go with the viral moment last night where Raha Jackson, which would be legendary
Rampage Jacksons.
Rampage Jackson's son.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so apparently, okay, so this is where I got so far from the story that okay, so they were doing the spot. So the spot was that Cycle Stew. I hope I'm pronouncing his name. I think that is right. Cycle
Yeah,
Stew, the
Psycho Stu.
wrestler. He's also a veteran, an army vet as well. So he does wrestling. So he was gonna do a spot with his son Raha Jackson, and apparently, I guess what was it that he was gonna smash like a beer on him, and I guess he did. And so one of the guys told him, "All right, now you're gonna get your spot. Go inside, lay it on him." So the suplex part was part of the deal. And then I think someone did tell Raha Jackson that, "Hey, lay it on him too. Give him some punches." So that's what he did. He went inside, he body slammed him, and he actually punched the shit out of him, which I don't agree with. Look, you know, look, you're a fighter. This doesn't make any sense. Like, I get it. It was a spot, and I think both people are on the wrong. And I'm not saying it's Cycle Stu. I don't think he did anything wrong. It's the promotion itself that did wrong. Because it doesn't make sense. How are you gonna tell a fighter to go in there and lay them real punches? It's the stupidest fucking thing in the world. And
Mm-hmm.
as a fighter as well, how are you going to lay your fucking hands like that knowing that you're a trained fighter? Like, when you get your license and you get into a fight, you get charged extra if you started the fight, because you basically, I think they charge you even more because they consider
Yeah,
you as a weapon,
I do.
which is fucking ridiculous. Honestly, it's like it was horrible to see it, man. Like, I got mad because honestly, look, one or two punches.
That's what I was gonna say. 3 taps. I think he did like 20.
But dude, to throw all of his fucking power into it, it was disgusting. It really was. Like, you as a fighter, you should have known. And I guess he did tick him off because I guess it did hit him or something. Chop it off with
Yeah,
Tony.
we're talking about the incident with Raja. Yeah.
Yeah, it was nasty. It was disgusting. And I said both parties are at fault. And I mean the promotion, not the wrestler himself. He did nothing wrong. He just was at the spot. He was just doing what he was told to do. And the promotion should have been a little bit smarter and fill in the fighter like, hey, don't throw real punches. Dude, hell, that slam, when he slammed him, he was already unconscious. Like, he had no life in him because I guess he slammed him so hard that he just got unconscious, and throwing those punches just basically laid the unconsciousness out of him because I guess he slept through and he didn't wake up till today. And he was in the hospital too, which is just concerning. He's gonna suffer a
Mhm.
lot of concussions. You could already tell. We got a comment.
He says, "Damn, he deserves to be punished." The wrestler even apologized to him afterwards.
Yeah, so it was a spot though. It was a spot. The wrestlers were supposed to come in, like they did in the video. They were supposed to stop them, but it's also, there's so many people at fault here, like the ref. The ref was right there. He saw those punches getting laid at him. Why didn't you stop it? Like, I get you're scared of an actual fighter, but dude, you kind of took an oath. You got to protect
Yeah.
these wrestlers. And then some other wrestlers that came in were scared. The only guy was one of the big dudes. I forgot his name, but he came in and he did tackle him a bit. I mean, it was all supposedly a work, but I mean, obviously one of the guys ended up,
Figured it out that it wasn't.
yeah, and unfortunately, I'm sure he's going to suffer a lot of severe injuries because of that, and it's ridiculous, man. I mean, like, I get it, if you were mad and maybe things didn't go your way, but I mean, dude, like, I don't know, like, I blame more of the promotion
Yeah.
for thinking this was a good idea. Like, this, you're not WWE. Look, we had fighters in WWE before. We had Floyd Mayweather punch the Big Show. He ain't throw fucking 10 punches and realistic punches like that. You know, he held back a little bit. So like,
Because the one he broke his nose.
yeah, but still, you know, and I don't even know if that was really kayfabe. But look, my man, what the hell? What do you think out of all this?
This is what I think. I think that he just went too much. He let his emotions get the best of him, and honestly, he went too crazy. But either way, we're gonna have a phone in right now, which is really different than what we normally do.
Yeah, we got a old guest that we used to have. Yeah,
Go ahead, special guest, chop it up.
Why, hello, guys.
Hi.
How's everybody going? How you doing, Windy City Savage?
Oh yeah, I'm doing good, man. Long time no speak. You already know, man.
Yes, indeed. Well, I'm glad you guys are talking about this because I literally, when I saw the video, I had to see what his dad was talking about. Then I had to see if there was any other content that was spewed out with other videos behind the scenes with the company and stuff. And literally, after that spot that occurred with him hitting with the can over the head, that's where it showed. Raja was like, okay, he's being serious. I don't know what the hell this is. This wrestler is making fun of me type of deal. Then after all that went down, there's another video that shows Raja talking with the wrestler then apologizing and saying, hey, I was looking at the cameras. I thought this was part of the skit. This is just for the show. Yeah. My bad. If I made you feel some type of way, I apologize. But let's make this work when, you go in the ring, you kind of interfere and we do our thing. You know what I mean? So let's work together. Let's make this happen. But my fault if it made you feel this way. So that happens. Then they show more footage of Raja outside the ring. And they were like, no, you got to get him. You got to hit him. You got to give him his receipt. You know what receipt is, right? Yeah, yep. Okay. You got to give him his receipt. So you do that and you're good. You're good. But by him going inside the ring and slamming him the way he did, and then laying those punches, knowing that it's a skit, it's wrestling, it's like you chose to do this maliciously afterwards, after the facts.
It's because when you tell a fighter a receipt and you know the definition of a receipt, it's like, oh, okay, cool, I'm gonna get you back for what you did to me and show you how much it hurt.
But
exactly.
But I'm sorry, but it's like, dude, I get one or two punches, but the man went overboard. Didn't the man
agreed? He went totally overboard. He went what, 5 or 6? I think I counted afterwards.
Didn't the man suffer a concussion not too long ago? I'm talking about Raha. Like,
oh yeah, yes.
So he shouldn't be
in the last fight.
He shouldn't even be in the fucking ring in general. Then you just
yes. So there's a lot of people at fault that I think that kind of persuaded us, like you were talking about. I do agree with that. A lot of people, especially the industry or whatever, the company that hired him and that was working with him, because the wrestlers that were kind of guiding him, I think were antagonizing it and making it more worse than it was when the wrestler already apologized in a sincere manner.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, that occurred. And then what you're right about, the ref didn't do nothing. He stood in shock. The other wrestlers stood in shock. It's like, okay, it's shock, but jump in. Don't just let him keep going. And good thing that other wrestler that you were talking about that actually physically went in there, grabbed him at the timely manner that he did, because otherwise, I'm sure he would have kept going, which would have been even worse.
Yeah, because that was a planned spot for the guy to come in and grab him, but I think he went right away because he got more scared because, Raha wasn't stopping. He just kept going, which doesn't make any sense. It just...
At all. Agreed.
Yeah,
so
sorry,
everyone's looking at the dad. Everyone's kind of wondering what the dad is going to say. The dad said his 2 cents, but at this point right now, it's like his MMA career is over. I don't think, at least for some time, he's going to have to do some really, PA, situations here to do some follow-ups to clean his name out. But it's not a good situation at all for both entities, to be honest.
So I don't know if you're aware of this, but actually that promotion you're speaking of, the wrestling promotion, is Rikishi's promotion.
Is whose?
Rikishi.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, so it was Rikishi's promotion. So here's the thing. today they announced that WWE's cut ties with the Real ID program. So the Real ID program where they go out,
Yes.
they get
Yeah.
guys from the independent scenes. They cut their
Right.
ties. They took themselves out of that incident because they don't want no part of it. So Rikishi got cut off and his podcast too.
Oh Lord,
Yeah.
it just gets worse. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's all rightfully so. It's a punishment they deserve. As a promotion like that needs to be well rounded and have the right people to kind of set this in motion, especially. And with that incident, it's like you just told like nobody was in communication, and it just made it worse than it was. Should have been.
It did, and honestly, it just looks bad. And if I was WWE, this is the one time I agree. Cut ties. Like, you're a big company. You don't need this at all. It was ridiculous. Like, this whole incident could have been better approached, but it was like you could tell it was last minute. And like you said, you fill in the story and all, and it still didn't make any sense. The worst guy that got all this was Stu. He honestly did. And I mean, just praying, hoping for the best, man, that this man comes out back to normal.
Yes.
But after all those hits that I've seen, I don't think so. I really don't.
It'll be so difficult, but yeah, his comeback story will be nice at this point, and I do pray. Pray for the family for healthy comeback, and make it worse. But I had to say my 2 cents, guys. I appreciate you guys allowing me to spill my 2 cents.
Appreciate you calling us in, man. Really do.
Of course.
All righty, brother.
Y'all be good, stay safe, and then I'll see you guys on the flip side.
See you on the flip side, brother.
Take care, man.
Later.
But
that's what happens when you go live. You just don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, so honestly, dude, just hoping for the best because this guy is an Army vet that has PTSD, and for all this to happen, it doesn't look well. I don't hope for the best. Maybe because hopefully someone gets what do you call those? The funds, the GoFundMe. Yeah, GoFundMe for this guy because honestly, he really.
I heard Mr. Beast actually trying to help him.
I heard Mr. Beast. I heard that. I forgot about that. Mr.
Beast trying to help out Cycles too.
Well, I guess he was gonna pay for all his medical bills.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, and I hope so. I don't like that fucker, but I hope he does, honestly, because that's pretty good. Because honestly, it's just a disgusting incident overall.
It really is.
Because when I saw the video, I was more mad. Like, I was like, come on. Like, that's just overkill. Like, why didn't the ref stop it? All this could have been approached differently. So any independents, promotions that want to do something ridiculous like this, just think about it. Any promotion in general that wants to do something like this, just think about it.
Especially in this day and age.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. What do you think overall? Because we never got your 2 cents.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying, man, it's wrong. Like, if you knew what it was, you don't tell a professional fighter, go get your 2 cents, go get your 2 cents, go get your receipt. This is what a receipt is. It's like, dude, you're just adding more fuel to the fire and expecting it to calm down after one. No, it's not gonna calm down. Like, you're already telling the pissed off dude, like, hey man, make sure to lay it on him.
But I don't know, man. There's just something wrong with that guy, Raha Jackson, because it's like I don't think any common sense fighter would have just kept going.
I don't think it was in his common sense. If he did have a concussion, right now he should not have had given the green light to go. I think it was one of those things where even Rikishi maybe himself, because I mean, super random. We're gonna go a little bit off topic, but did you see what Rikishi said?
Nah.
Kind of bashing his daughter-in-law. People nowadays, they get the strap and they get pregnant. Back in my day, when you had the strap, you would not get pregnant. Like when you got the title. So I'm like, first, that's your daughter-in-law you're talking about. Chill.
What does that got to do with the?
So basically, they're telling you like Rikishi's not in his 2 cents right now. I feel like Rikishi right now, if he's like allowing stuff like this to happen, why?
Cheap pop. He wanted the like the cheap pop, the like the viral moment, and he did go viral, but it lost him basically his
whole company.
Yeah, he'll still have it, but the whole WWE ID, that's big. The whole ties with the podcast as well, that's big. I think
Don't be surprised if they remove him from the people. I mean, you see how many people they already cut just for no reason. They're cutting from the Hall of Fame.
I would say that, but I don't think so because it's a bloodline. The Rock, still family ties. They're still strong, and The Rock is up there and board. I don't know, man. But they would cut themselves out from his podcast, that's for sure. They don't want no part of that or the promotion, which I agree. Get rid of that shit. Like, you really don't need stupid things like that.
I mean, like GSW did something this past weekend. They weren't even that crazy. When
Well-
Karrion Kross drove the guy through the plywood, that wasn't that bad because it's not bad.
No, it's not that it's not bad. It's professional wrestlers doing that spot. That is the issue. It's like, imagine, okay, ECW back in the day. Remember,
Yeah.
they picked up that one dude, the random fucking guy that was 17, and lied to them and said he was 21. They put him in the fucking ring. They had no idea what he was doing. New Jack bled him to fucking basically almost to death.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's irresponsible shit. That's you getting a random fan, because that's really what he was, is a random fan. Yes, he was a fighter, but he's also a fucking fan.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with fucking wrestling. That is the fucking issue, is that you gotta, if you're gonna do a spot, you gotta make sure you fucking practice this spot
You train.
ahead of time. Yes, not, well, let's just wing it. Well, you winged it and it cost you your whole fucking company, Rikishi. It
Literally.
really did, because like nobody else is gonna. I mean, I don't know. No one else is gonna stand for that shit. Hopefully not. Hopefully no one backs it up. I know Rob Van Dam said he supports Raha Jackson, and I think he was just doing it for clickbait because of his podcast that probably nobody watches. That's what he wants, the whole clickbait type of thing. But I don't know, man. Let's just see. Let's just pray. Really, just play for Stu.
I really do
Hopefully,
pray for
he
Stu.
makes it out okay, and
And hope,
hopefully,
I mean, at this point, Mr. Beast being a man of his word, I think he's going to pay for the hospital bills, and I hope he does, man.
the guy is fucking rich. I hope he does.
Literally.
And so let's just hope for the best, and we'll keep you updated as the story as it progresses. Alrighty, next up on the list, and when we talk about a list, you made the list, and that is Jericho. Is he going to go back to WWE? What does his future look like? If so, how does he close out his deal with AEW? It's been the talk of the town. Where does Chris Jericho go? His contract is ending this year, and we have not seen him on TV since April, since the Learning Tree, when he left the Learning Tree on its own. And since then, we really haven't heard much of him, besides a few tweets teasing WWE return. So what's your comments about all this? What do you think? What's best?
Have him have a goodbye tour on that set, because it don't get me wrong, like as a wrestler, he's there. He's up there in age. He could be a manager.
Mhm.
He could be a manager for some people who are up and comer. Like he could be for Grayson Waller, like take him under his wing and actually show him how to be like a Chris Jericho type. Because I could see Grayson trying to be like that with a mic.
Okay.
Austin Theory as well. Take him up under the wing. Do like
Right.
a own little like learning tree over there in WWE if that's the case.
I don't know, man. The Learning Tree wasn't getting too over.
Well, I'm just saying, but I'm just saying like exactly what I'm saying. Like basically, like you're teaching these guys how to be trash talkers on the mic. Let them grow like that under you, who is one of the best trash talkers in the business.
So if he was gonna leave AEW for WWE, it would be part-time. I do not want to see him full-time at all. I don't think he has anything left at that point.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, and really it should just be more for backstage type of thing. I think he does well backstage on NXT.
He does.
Yeah, I think he's actually good friends with Shawn Michaels. So I think he just does better backstage roles. I don't look, I like Chris Jericho. I'm not saying I don't. I think he's the top. To me, he's in my top 10 wrestlers of all time, because the guy knows how to reinvent himself. The guy just is great in the mics. He's a great wrestler when he was younger. He's still pretty decent wrestler. It just like, look, we saw too much Chris Jericho during his end of his run of an AEW, if it comes to an end. Then we were telling him to retire and stuff, and we were booing him out. And look, just because he goes to WWE doesn't mean all that changed. Part-time, make a surprise appearance in the Royal Rumble. That's going to get a good crowd reaction. Hell,
Super huge.
come to the greatest Royal Rumble. You'll still get a fucking huge reaction.
The Kingdom will go crazy for him.
Yeah, have a couple of matches, but don't oversell yourself, Don't overexpose yourself on TV. Just have you here and there, man. And
Farouk, Ron Simmons.
yeah, you could have that, or like I said, a backstage role. And who knows, maybe WWE will pick up his podcast talk is Jericho, and he
Maybe.
could have his, sponsorship by them. That would help him out a lot and give him more money and get himself a Legends contract. So my only concern is this. So here's the thing. Chris Jericho is not best friends, but he's good friends with Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
The funny part is he's not so much friends with Triple H. And that's been known throughout the years.
Literally.
And Jericho has been saying it through his podcast, and Triple H kind of mentioned stuff before. And before Jericho left, he had an idea, and that was what was it? The Friendship Festival, the Festival of Friendship. There we go. So he had that idea, and Triple H was fighting back at it, saying, "No, we can't do this. It's just kind of a dumb idea. We're just not going to go for it." And Jericho had to fight for it and go over Triple H and go directly to Vince. And it turned out to be great.
Yeah.
And Triple H did admit later, like, okay, you were right. It turned out to be great. But you can still see they butt heads together. That's the only thing. It's that Jericho, yeah, I get it. Things change, right? Triple H is a different person. So is Jericho. But they always had that rivalry. And then you could say, well, if CM Punk made amends with Triple H and vice versa.
Yes.
But the thing was that Triple H didn't see CM Punk as a rival. It was more the newcomer coming up, not, paying his dues, and CM Punk is the old head trying to keep me down. This is more like we grew up in the same thing. They had like animosity towards each other because Triple H was on top of the food chain, while Triple H was maybe jealous of Jericho because he knew how to wrestle better, vice versa. It's a little different. That's the only concern is, would that bitterness still be there? Who knows? Would that stop Jericho from going to WWE? Would Tony Khan offer him a bigger contract? It could happen.
It could maybe see a Wardlow situation.
Maybe. Well, I heard he's doing the what's it called? The Gladiator show? The game show. Yeah, I think it's Gladiators. I think they resurrected it, and he's doing that with Camille, apparently.
Well, he just came back.
Oh, he did?
He came back yesterday.
I
He joined the Don Callis family yesterday.
Oh, yeah, right. Duh. Sorry, I forgot.
You're fine.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, even though you're probably not going to, like, this could all be work, too. Like, cool, let me just go ahead and just, because remember when MJF was going to leave, how many times he would, like, pop out the WWE name just here and there, and then
they gave him a big-ass contract.
So I feel like Jericho's probably doing the same, because even Jericho's like, look, man, I'm not trying to leave. I love this spot here.
I mean, that's another thing. Here's the thing. You got your Fozzy tour band thingy. You got your cruise ships. That all takes time away from the ring. WWE, if they want you here, they're going to want you here.
All the time.
Yeah, like if they're saying, no, you got to be here at this time. Well, I got my cruise ships. We don't give a shit. You still got to be here.
Literally.
Yeah, Tony Khan is going to be like, oh, don't worry about it. We'll work around you. And if anything, he'll get a bigger bag because of it. He'll get a Legends contract, and maybe he'll tone it down a bit. Maybe he'll do stuff more backstage. In a perfect world, I would like to see him back in WWE. I'm not gonna lie. It would be a nice run, farewell tour. But let's just say this in scenario. If he goes back to WWE, here's the issue I have. Okay, we've been here many times.
Yes.
One of your pillars, one of your founders, I guess, is leaving. Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, those guys, when they left, Jade Cargill. It makes AEW looks bad. I don't think Jericho has any beef with anybody in AEW or with Tony Khan. So, put it this way. Tony Khan could make this right and well where he doesn't lose anything. No credibility. If he knows Jericho's going to leave, or he decides that, you know what? We really don't need you. Then that could happen.
Yeah.
He could be like, you know what? We really don't need you. You did a lot for us. We appreciate it. But we're gonna go with the younger talent right now. But but thank you for everything. You might let him go. But either way, I think he gives a farewell tour in AEW, like his final run. Like, oh, if I'm gonna put it into a storyline, put it in a storyline. Look, if I lose the next match, I'm done. I quit. I retire, whatever, from AEW, and then go out. Put someone new over. The new guy, whoever that would be, I don't know.
John Moxley.
Anyways, I mean, there's a lot more people that need that fucking push right now. But what I'm saying is, hell, put Sammy.
Yeah.
Yeah, his fucking best friend basically in AEW. Put him over. That would be a nice send off. Have a little feel good moment, and send them off. And I don't think anyone will talk trash after that. And if they do, it's just trolls and stuff. But in the end of the day, it's like AEW's been known to hide somebody when their contract expires and let them ride out. And we don't hear anything about it. We don't see
Until
them.
they sign with WWE.
Yeah, which is dumb. Like, hey, put them in TV, have them, people go over them. And for Jericho, give him a farewell tour because he's done a lot for the company.
He really did.
Without him, we wouldn't have AEW as big as it is now because, I mean, he was their first champ. He got eyes on the product. I mean, he reinvented himself in AEW. It was just crazy. I mean, the
feud with Cody, that was great.
Honestly, man, everything that guy did up till probably the last 2 years, well, the last year really was pretty good. The last year it was too much exposure, man. It's just like
that's what happened with Jericho though. It's been happening with him since he'd come back. We love him. We were happy for him. We were excited. He was trying to heal. All right, cool, whatever. We cheered him. We gave him their reaction, and then out of the blue, it's like, you're getting stale, man. Stop it.
Well, too much of a good thing is a good thing, man. And just like, he's in his career. He still looks great shape. He actually slimmed down a lot.
He really did.
Yeah, so right now he's looking good. I think something may come up, and if it's in the end, Tony Khan, do the right thing. And if it's not, Jericho, hopefully you find something in AEW that you can still be doing, backstage role or make another final run. I think Jericho, I don't know, man. Jericho just loves the passion of wrestling so much that he really doesn't want to really go away. But, there's so many ideas out there for him. The guy's, no matter what, wherever he decides to go, he's going to be great.
Literally.
And he's always going to be, for me, my top 10 wrestlers.
I see that, though.
Yeah, because honestly, the guy was just great since he came into the business, hustled his way up, and basically...
both companies.
Yeah, and basically put himself to the top by himself. He didn't really need that extra push. He had a fight for everything, especially in WCW. And he was great. He was really underrated. Everything. Yeah. Oh, my God. But... hopefully we see, we get more details as we go and see where he's going to end up, more teases, obviously. Okay, off to the next race. And that is AEW broke a record.
Okay.
And that record is they have sold the most tickets in that O2 Arena this weekend when they went to Forbidden Door out there in O2 Arena. Congrats to them. That's an impressive record. It really is. Do you catch some of that? I catched out the Lights Out Steel Cage match. It was pretty good.
Really? I didn't catch that part.
Yeah, it was really good. As well as I catch Toni Storm retaining her title against Athena. That was a good match as well.
Some people were saying that they actually wanted Athena to win.
What was that?
Some people were saying they wanted Athena to win.
I could see that because she's been a Ring of Honor's champion for like 1,000 days. So, and she hasn't appeared in AEW Dynamite until recently. Yeah, so I could see that.
Oh, remember we didn't even have her winning the contract when she was in. We forgot that she even existed in that ladder match.
Well, I remembered. I just did not think she was gonna win. No one thought because she never appears in Dynamite, and now she's finally getting notoriety. And I didn't think she was gonna go over. I just thought Tony was gonna retain. But overall, that card was pretty solid. It wasn't bad. The whole PLE. I thought it was pretty good. I think storyline wise going in could have been better, but overall it was still good. Hangman still retains his title against MJF, which was a pretty good match. I mean, overall it was a good PLE. I did enjoy it. I always enjoy Forbidden Door. And after that, it's next month is All Out. And then All Out, we also have WrestlePalooza. And that is a ridiculous concept and idea of a name.
It's a circus.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible, man. Look.
I wonder how many hours they spent trying to think of a name.
We got a comment.
Comment is, great matches, actually, but is Ospreay truly hurt? Because those double arm DDTs were rough.
He actually is. So he kept that a secret. He really did not make it aware to AEW that he was hurt. and he decided to wrestle on his own that match, which I don't agree with. I really don't. It's your help. I get it. This guy, he wants to hustle. He wants to go in. He wants to give it his all. I
Wants to
don't
be known as
agree.
the greatest.
Yeah, I don't. To me, he's one of the greatest wrestlers alive right now.
It really is.
But I didn't agree with that. I don't agree with Tony Khan allowing him to wrestle if he's really super hurt. I don't know, man. But if you watch the ending of that, you did see that the Death Riders put him out, and he's gonna be probably out for a good minute, probably till the end of the year, probably till World's End.
I see it.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just don't agree with that. Like, if he's really that injured, I know he's injured, but if he's really that injured with his neck, I don't understand it. I really don't. I don't understand why they would allow him to wrestle. I get it. It's his country, but my man, you still got years left. You don't want
You're
to
still young, dude. He's still such a young buck, man.
Yeah, and you don't want to end up being like some of these other wrestlers that ended up have to shortening up their career, or
Adam Copeland, Brian Danielson,
Steve Austin. Yeah, Rhino even.
Definitely Rhino. Taz.
There's a couple of guys that had to end this career due to neck surgeries and stuff like that. It's bad. Look, or end up stiff like Kurt Angle.
Literally, and Kurt's like, I couldn't even feel that, so I couldn't even do John Cena. That I couldn't continue for another year.
Well, not only that, but he lives in pain every day.
Literally, taking a lot of painkillers.
Yeah, so I don't agree with it. But look, either way, the PLE was decent. I don't think it was that bad. I thought it was pretty good. The crowd was really into it. I mean, the whole night was good. Not night, sorry. At here, the whole afternoon was good. Over there, it was good night. Yeah, I forget sometimes. I caught a little bit late because I'm like, fuck. Like, I forgot, like we got a PLE going on, Forbidden Door. But like I said, on to the next one. We got WrestlePalooza versus All Out. One weekend. What side are you going to pick? All right. This is really going to hit because this is the main roster against the other main roster finally. So look, WrestlePalooza, I don't like the name. I get it's an ECW, OG name, but it's just never sounded good to me. I don't know where to start with this. Okay, WWE comes in, says, guess what? We're going to charge you $30 a month starting next year for PLEs, and we're going to switch it from Peacock to ESPN. All right? You're going to buy our stuff. Good luck. Like, oh, then out of nowhere, wait a minute. We decided that we want to take your money now. So you come by to WrestlePalooza, pay $30 starting September. Bye-bye, Peacock. Those $9.99 or whatever the hell we were paying at the time. You're out. We want more money. It's in our benefits. We're going to be happy while we're giving you a mid-tier show. I don't know, man. What is your opinion of all this? I'm not happy with none of it. I really ain't.
Like I said, I get it's an ECW event, and they're supposed to be teasing that Rod Van Dam is supposed to be John Cena's opponent that night. Yeah, there's a lot of rumors going around there.
But I think that's when Lesnar's facing him.
They're saying they're actually going to hold off on Lesnar.
I don't
know, dude.
I don't think that's true. Nah, that's no way, dude. Rob Van Dam can't wrestle, I think. He's very stiff right now.
That I'm aware of, yeah. Last time I checked.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna...
So he just said, it's like, they said they're trying to bring back somebody from ECW to actually wrestle him. I'm like, who the hell are you going to bring back from ECW? They're all old.
Where was this source?
Online, there's a lot of
I don't believe that. Yeah, I don't. Sorry, man. I think he's gonna face Brock. I really do, because Brock is not gonna be his final opponent.
Nah.
No, so I think he'll face Rock at WrestlePalooza.
And they pushed the final match back to Saturday Night Main Event again.
Yeah, which is ridiculous on its own thing. We'll talk about that maybe in the future. But what do you think about WWE finally pushing out Peacock sooner than later? After telling us, the fans, once again, this is like the WrestleMania situation. Guess what? We're going to go to Louisiana. We lied. Sorry. We're going back to Vegas. How does this not look too bad on them? Like, they're basically telling us, fuck you. You do what we tell you. You know, like
They brought out Coach Cena to run the place for ESPN.
wait, what?
They brought out Coach Cena to run the place for ESPN. I got you hyped. People bought in.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, what do you think overall?
Dude, again, it's a bad moment, but they did it smart. Like if you think about it, because they're like, all right, cool, we're still gonna keep our other ones over here, because you're keeping clashing. They're keeping like all the other ones, like the Clash in Paris, the Crown Jewels, that all those are gonna keep them over there, and then the ones that they just come up with all willy nilly, those will push to ESPN.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're also pissing off your fans, your hardcore fans, because was a lot of backlash.
I get it, but at the same time, though, people are still like, "Oh, here comes my Netflix account. Here comes this. Cool, you're still gonna watch. Your eyes are still gonna be glued on the product, dude."
I don't know. There was a lot of pushback of not paying for the $29.99 at this point.
I saw that too, but a lot of people were saying, "All right, cool. I'm just gonna get a VPN and go to Netflix over there across the pond."
Yeah, but that's not still a good idea. What I'm saying overall,
Like it's, dude, marketing wise, I get it because it's like, cool. Look, guys, we're marketing wise on the business end, we're gonna get our $10. Cool, no problem. But then for willy nilly little fun ones, we just want to have and see how much you guys are gonna appreciate it. We're gonna throw it here.
so
We're gonna watch it.
you agree with WWE?
I don't agree with WWE.
That's what I'm asking. Yeah.
Business, like I said, business wise, it makes sense.
Yeah.
As a fan, no, it pisses me off and it sucks. But it's like, you know what, dude? At the end of the day, some hardcore fans are going to be pissed. Some hardcore fans are going to be pissed and pay it. Some fans are going to sit there and say, "Well, then I'm done," and then come back later on.
Yeah. So, what do you consider yourself? I guess
I consider myself a fan that I'm just going to sit there cool because I'm my girlfriend's daughter. I'm actually going to watch it.
Yeah, but as a hardcore fan, we're fucking pissed.
Of course, because it sucks. It's like, dude, it's like I was talking to one of my friends at work and I told him, dude, we had it so good back 10 years ago.
But
$5, we had $9.99 for the network. We would bash it like no damn tomorrow for everything that would come out, and then all of a sudden we lost it. And it's like, what do we do?
So my thing is, are you happy, even as a casual fan? Are you happy that you're paying $29.99 for 5 matches? $29.99 a month for 5 matches on a PLE.
Of course not.
With 10 to 15 minutes of commercials between.
20.
But in all seriousness,
of course not.
And then mid-tier matches, bro. Mid-tier matches. They're not even coming out with anything good anymore. Raw is getting dull. SmackDown is getting dull. You're repeating the same thing every single week. There's nothing exciting. And you're doing it just because, like, you know there's going to be people that are dumb enough to buy these tickets right now. But eventually, they're going to hit the wall. And you're starting to see it. You're starting to see the corporate greed that we don't give a fuck about your, your fan base. We don't give a fuck. We're going to give you what we want. And they're talking bad back at us. I mean, they've been Triple H, The Rock, TKO. And this is where we're getting to. It's ridiculous to pay that high of amount for a C average PLE. Because these PLEs are getting worse.
They really are.
I mean, I don't know. Look, it's better than what we used to pay, $60. But we went from, like you said, $10, or if you paid for commercials on Peacock, $4.99. But we went from that having all this content to $30 for the shittiest PLEs 5 matches. Then we got to go to Peacock to watch Saturday night's main event. And then from there, pretty soon they're gonna probably start selling old school Raws, WCW, and all this on another subscription base, and you got to pay $10 for that crap. It's ridiculous. It really is. I'm getting very upset. You got to pirate. You got to collect physical media like I do. Collect a bunch of these old school DVDs and stuff. Because at this point, this was where it was going to be at. I saw the writing on the wall a couple of years back and figured, you know what? This shit's eventually going to hit the fan. And it already has. It's getting ridiculous. I'm not a big fan. WrestlePalooza itself. We already know. To me, it looks like Cena versus Brock.
I agree with you on that.
I think that's probably going to be the best match of the night. And
depending if it's a regular match, no. If it's a hardcore match, yes.
Could be, yeah, who knows? But I don't know, man. It's just, and then they're competing with All Out, and we get why they're trying to beat them in the headlines that weekend. They're trying to be the talk of the week. I don't know, man. It's just like there's just so much grimy stuff going on.
If you want to beat All Out, you have to go all out. You
I-
can't have one good match and expect that to be the one that's going to carry your whole weekend.
Would
No,
you not be surprised?
no. At this point, no.
Yeah, you won't be surprised, man. But I mean, hey, so be it, dude. I mean, I'm gonna watch both. Obviously, I'm probably gonna watch All Out first, because then I can at least catch the other one on replay, probably, or one or the other. Who knows, you know? But yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm not a big fan of that. But and not only that, but they're charging a ridiculous amount for fucking tickets for WrestlePalooza. A fucking C average show. What they were charging like $6,000 for like second row.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they were charging like $6,000 for like the second row for that show.
Goodness.
It's not even a big PLE.
Yeah, I'm gonna just check it just for the hell of it.
Yeah, and I think nosebleeds were like 200. Which
I'm
is,
not surprised on that one.
it's ridiculous, you know, like
Well, for Cena's last SmackDown, they're charging 150. Well, the price went down to 150 for nosebleeds at the Allstate Arena.
yeah, but even still, those were just regular WWE prices. There always were. It's just like all these prices they're charging for any show out that you go to is just getting ridiculous. I don't know. I think they're gonna hit a wall eventually. They're doing good right now, but it's not gonna last forever. We've been here before.
2019.
Yeah, but
2019.
look, man, while you're looking for that,
So look, right now all they have is standard tickets, 161 for nosebleeds.
161.
161 before taxes and everything.
Yeah,
Actually, row section 11, 604.
that's Ticketmaster.
Ticketmaster, yeah.
No, still a lot of money for I mean, this is not one of your big PLEs. It's just a lot of money.
$1,000 for row 5, 995.65. So you could just round it up.
Yeah.
Row 2, 1861. And then if you go in front, F5, that is. Let me get rid of F8. F5 is $1,861 for row 3.
How do you justify?
Row 2 is 4,804. So hey, it went down.
How do you justify as a fucking fan to go all the way down, spend $4,000 for
Almost
five
five.
matches,
Five.
5,000
Taxes.
matches? Who gives a shit? Spending more than $1,000 for front row for 5 matches, 3 average or below average, 1 probably solid, and you know the 1 good, but it just doesn't add up for the price, man.
No.
It doesn't make any sense. It's just overcharging, overkilling the fucking product. It's just ridiculous. I get it, business, but still, it's fucking
I mean,
ridiculous. It's still shitty
So,
fucking
so
product.
there's business and then there's greedy business.
You're-
WWE is on the greedy business side right now.
It's like, well, you know, it's just the name brand, and that's all we're
Yeah.
doing. We're buying the fucking name brand. You see this product over here, but you want this just because of the name brand, even though this product still gives you
The same exact
thing or more. But that has the name brand, so of course we're gonna pay the
Like
extra money for
I
it.
would understand if they went for tickets, $15-$20 more. Cool. If you want to go front row seats, 100 more, cool. But you went from 600 to 4,000 like that. Drop of a dime, no care.
Yeah, because those shows used to be like at the most 1,000 for front row.
2,000, it's like 2,500 at most.
One back of mine, not even that long actually. It was like 2021. We were like 1,000.
Yeah, and then they just kind of went up to like, yeah, you can take the chair, whatever, blah, 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 stuff like that. So it was like, all right, cool, we got it.
Well, when TKO ran this shit, they shot it up by like 300%.
Literally, they really have
or
everything
600 or 800. I don't know. I just stopped losing track. This is the reason why I'm so like angry. It's just like they keep pushing and pushing and pushing. Come on, man. To charge that demon puppet fucking
$100
for a fucking the material is only worth like $10 at the most, you know.
Literally.
You don't even have to make a 90% profit or 900% profit. Sorry, I don't know. Look, let's just get into our predictions before I go into a bigger rant. All right, Clash in Paris predictions. Let's go. First one, your favorite, Becky versus Nikki. Who do you got and why, brother? For the WWE's Women's Intercontinental Champion.
Even though I hate to say it, I think it's gonna be Nikki fucking Bella.
You really think so?
I think so.
All right, my brother.
Only reason why is because they keep promoting one thing about her. The only thing is she could finally have another thing to add to her accolades. Another thing to add to her accolades. Another thing to add to her accolades. Intercontinental title. Yay!
She knows that she wrestled in Clash in Paris.
So that's it. That's the only reason why I see it.
Okay. Well, you're gonna go with Nikki. I'm gonna go with Becky. I think it's just still too soon to take the title off, and I think Becky has been doing some great heel work.
She really has. That's
So,
why if they do, I'm done.
Well,
I know my girlfriend's always gonna laugh her ass off at me, but oh god, here we go.
Well, I'm gonna go with Becky, man. I'm just gonna stick with Becky. I think she does.
I hope you're
well.
right. I really
Yeah.
hope you're right on this one.
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
really hope you're right.
I'm gonna go with Becky because I really think Becky's doing her great work, and I think there's still more things for her to do. Because I mean, besides, okay, let's put it this way: besides Becky, how much heels do you have on Raw?
Pretty soon you're gonna have a heel Bailey again.
Yeah, but now though,
No,
that's what I'm saying. You still need that strong heel, and when you have a strong heel, you need to put a strap on her. So until you take over that heel, Becky's still the one. I really think Becky still retains, and I think Becky will go all the way through the end of the year with that champion. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see anyone else on Raw doing it like her.
I can see the fact that they probably give it to Nikki. 2 weeks later, she loses it to Becky on a random ass Raw and then walks away.
Well, I would have seen Nikki winning if it wasn't for Naomi's pregnancy, because Naomi was your strong heel, but now she's gone.
Yeah.
So you don't have any more star power there.
Well, you're starting to make Asuka heel.
But all that still needs to simmer.
Mm-hmm.
So Naomi being pregnant changes the game. It really did, actually.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I would have been with you on that wagon. Like, okay, yeah, they're probably going to give it to Nikki. But since Naomi's, pregnant and Asuka's still in the process, Bailey might turn heel.
Oh, she's going to turn heel, dude. It's not even a question.
But you know what I'm saying? Whatever happens, happens. But you still got to let those simmer. You can't just,
Nowadays, the way the product's being run, though, I wouldn't be surprised if it's just pushed.
Okay, but they don't have a strap, though.
Again, for the hardcore fans, we get it.
Yeah.
But for the ones that just we just watch because of WWE, they don't get it.
But WWE's always been consistent about having their heels with the title. I mean, look at Seth.
Look at Roman.
Exactly. So I just think right now, I think if it wasn't for Naomi's incident, I just think right now Becky retains. So that's my pick. Your pick is Nikki. So off to the next one. Roman versus Brock. I mean, Bronson Reed. Sorry, the glasses couldn't see. What am I? My bad.
I should read context next time.
No, I mean, I actually have context. I can't see because of the shade. Bronson Reed with Paul Heyman, brother. Who do you got?
Roman.
Obviously, Roman. I would like to see Bronson go over, but there's no ideal world. And the Shula Fala. It's a good. Honestly, I think, dude, there's been the same storyline and the same gimmicks, but the only gimmick that's new and that I like is the Shula Fala.
Yep, the Tribal Thief.
Yeah, I like that.
It's
think
funny.
That is actually the only good thing I like from this whole Vision thing. I think he stands out.
He does.
Yeah. So honestly, that is the only good thing. But I don't know. It's just, where do they go after they beat him? Let's say Bronson loses. What happens to him? He's no longer the Shula Fala. Roman gets his fucking shoe back. So what? You know what I mean? Now we have an issue. Where's the storyline go for Bronson? Does he go back and get petty and start stealing his shoes again? Then it looks ridiculous.
Or maybe he loses, but he doesn't lose the shoes.
Still looks ridiculous. So you still lost. Now you're looking petty.
Oh, no. You're looking like maybe like a DQ. Because remember, it is single, it's 1-on-1, so it could be a disqualification.
So we're just gonna keep throwing it back until WrestlePalooza.
Why not?
Oh my God. I don't know why you say why not. Like you want to see it. Like, yes, I want to see it.
Absolutely 100%,
Oh my God, man. You and your rebookings of everything.
It's working right now. How many seats are still being filled in arenas?
It's just because there's fans like you that will go to every show.
Going to SmackDown, guys.
Oh yeah, I believe that too. Sheamus versus Rusev in a good old fashioned Donnybrook match, brother. So that's like, if I'm correct, Donnybrook match. If I
It's like a
remember,
straight fight.
it's a hardcore match, but they have barrels of alcohol, I think, or something like that. Interesting concept. That is going to be the match of the night. I could tell, because these guys have great chemistry, and Sheamus and Rusev are great wrestlers. I'm gonna go with this one is hard.
I'll go Rusev.
I'm gonna go with Sheamus.
Okay.
I think Sheamus wins, and I think after this, they've been talking about Sheamus has been talking about he wants the old Rusev back and stuff like that. You know, he misses his old friend that was a fighter that brought it. I think they get back together. I think they become a tag team. I think they continue their storyline as a tag team. You know, after this, they kicked each other's ass so bad that they got each other's respect, and now they're helping each other out. You know, in the tag division, which would be nice. It'll be a change of pace.
Come back as Rusev Day again.
No, I don't know about Rusev Day. I think they're done with that. Actually, I don't think they're gonna ever bring that back because I don't think they didn't like him getting over. You do realize?
Yeah,
that.
I know that.
Yeah, so I don't think they'll come back with that. I think they just end up doing some new thing. All right, so next one: Seth Rollins versus CM Punk and Jey Uso versus as well LA Knight. Fatal 4-way for the title. Who do you got?
Seth.
Yeah, Seth retains. It just there's no. That's what I'm saying. There's just no other storyline here, man. It's a copy and paste from the last PLE. Seth retains. Well, you know, it didn't retain, but it's just like a copy and paste type of style. I don't know, man. Like, what do you get out of this match? I guess. What is exciting for you?
Another story into WrestlePalooza.
That's it. That's all you got.
I mean, dude, if you think about it, like, because okay, so what is your story? You're gonna have a story where either it's gonna branch off into Seth versus CM Punk, Seth versus Jay, or Seth versus LA Knight. Other two are gonna face each other because they got into each other's way. That's all it is, dude. It's honestly just a branch off of WrestlePalooza.
So who wins?
Seth wins.
But I'm saying who wins out of the other three?
CM Punk. Nah, they're probably gonna do something. They're gonna probably do Jay. I see Jay doing it.
Great match for WrestlePalooza. Another sleeper. Literally.
Yeah, or it could even be another triple threat of Fatal 4. But more like I said, if it's gonna branch off, it's gonna be Punk versus Jay or Punk versus LA Knight. It's probably gonna be Punk versus LA Knight, Jay versus Seth, because that's kind of already been brewing for a while now. Because if you look at it, every time that they keep going at is Punk and LA Knight. Jay kind of is in the background. Today, finally, Jay stepped in, did a little kick with whatever, like showed them like I'm still here, guys. Like y'all keep forgetting me. So I feel that the one that's gonna have the most animosity about not getting over is gonna be Jay. He's gonna start going after Seth all the time. That's gonna be a matchup for WrestlePalooza. Punk and LA Knight are gonna start the feud.
I'm not disagreeing. I don't think it's not gonna be great though.
I'm not saying it's gonna be great, but I'm just saying like that's
You make it sound like it, man.
I just know how to describe charisma. What more could I say?
No, you just make it sound like it's gonna be like
It's
this is
fantastic.
awesome.
It's the greatest thing of all time.
You're gonna be start chanting, "This is awesome." I don't know, man. I agree. Okay, so how does Seth win? Let's just go with that. Go into details. How do you think he wins?
Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed.
Division come out?
Yep.
Okay.
We're never gonna get that fourth. We're never gonna get that fourth person.
I don't think. But what if this? What if he wins clean? What if LA, CM Punk, and Jay keep fighting each other, cost themselves the match, Seth looks for the victory clean? Why not?
So
It
I'm not saying
works.
that's going to be the set. I agree with you on that because that's normally what happens with the Fatal 4 with the heel.
He wins
but
clean.
I feel that they're going to come in and still do what they have to do. Somewhere along the line, they're going to come in and do what they have to do because it happens. It happened with Roman. It happens with all heels. If we're going to go copy and paste, it's going to happen again. One of the divisions going to come out, take care of one of the guys, and go from there. And then that guy's going to get jumped, turn right around, and then here comes Seth to proclaim the glory at the end.
I'm gonna go with clean. I'm gonna go with clean on this one, man. I think they're gonna change it up and just have him finally win one clean and throw us off for a little bit till the next PLE where he wins with division coming out
against Jey Uso.
Yeah, and I believe that he'll probably come out with Braun Breaker then. Last match, and this is probably going to be a good match. Logan versus John Cena.
I may have that as my match tonight.
Could be, yeah.
Logan actually does bring it all the time.
He does.
Especially because Cena, what he just said to him, that kind of like, that could be a chip on the shoulder.
I mean, Logan is a good wrestler. I always said that. I don't disagree, and he's good on the mic. I think he should belong in this business, and I have no issue with him. Oh, by the way, we got a comment.
Will Jey Uso turn heel? No.
Nah, not right now, man. He's selling too much merch to turn heel. I would like to see it, but he's selling too much merch. So, my man, who you got?
Cena.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if you have Logan Paul go over Cena, that would be fucking crazy. I don't know. That's enough said for that, but
It's again, like I said, it's just I could see Logan put on a better match, and the match tonight for the reason being, Cena told him, "You stole so many opportunities from AJ Styles. You stole opportunities from who else did he say? Said
Yeah.
AJ Styles. He said Dominic Mysterio too. He said somebody else. He's like you stole opportunities from all these guys for me to wrestle because you're Logan Paul.
exactly.
So I could see it. Your thoughts on WrestleMania tickets? 70,000 from front row.
I'm gonna let you answer this because I'm gonna use the restroom. real
Go
quick.
ahead. It's stupid. It's idiotic. And yeah, there's people out there gonna sit there and say it's a great deal, guys. If it was like one night, 1 and 2, maybe for like a combo deal at $100 a piece, I'm down. You're trying to give us $70,000 front row tickets for C average, C minus, D plus product, and yet because it has a name, we're gonna keep sitting there and saying every single week, "Hey guys, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch. You gotta tune in." And it's like I can see the nostalgia of it, but at the same time, I'm like, I just can't get it. I just can't get behind the product. If it wasn't for the crowd today, I probably would not have gotten as crazy as I did for the event. Co-host eventually will come back from his twinkle to sprinkle, but we'll see what he says after that when he comes back. What are your thoughts on it? What do you think? 70,000 for front row tickets. If they're charging you 4,000 for row 2 at WrestlePalooza, how do you feel it's going to happen at WrestleMania? I'll go ahead and wait. I'll be patient. I would pay it if the main event is Rock versus Roman. He said that he'd pay for it if it was Rock versus Roman. Sorry if you're not a guy. My apologies.
What was it?
Gaming Geek said that he would pay for it if it was Rock versus Roman. He'd pay 70,000 for Rock versus Roman.
Look, 70,000. I mean, you had to have the money first. If you had the money, you and I need to be friends. That way I could go with you right now and we could go together and watch Rock versus Roman. But if the storyline is there, and
he said not really.
I figured. If the storyline is there and the chemistry is there, yes, it's worth it. But I mean, don't you think it's a little too late at this point? Because like I think Rock versus Roman should have just happened last WrestleMania. I think at this point we're kind of waiting too long. The more we wait, I feel like the more it means less because Roman's not really there anymore. He's a part-timer.
Well, he's been a part-timer for a while though, but now he's extra part-timer.
But I mean, with the Bloodline, he was still there weekly, not wrestling, but doing skits.
Yeah.
Now he's not even doing skits anymore. So he's pretty much on that part-time role, and The Rock's kind of MIA. And if you bring them out, both of them during the Rumble season and build it up, maybe you could get that chemistry back. But I don't think it has that special chemistry like it should have had if they did this right off the bat after the whole Bloodline ending, Roman losing his title. You know, they should have opened up that Raw on Netflix with The Rock costing maybe Roman the match against what's his name, Solo.
Yeah.
And then obviously attacking Cody, but instead they just went to a whole different direction. And then it would have been a nice setup if they did something like that onto WrestleMania in Vegas. But I don't think that match is ever going to happen anymore. And if it did, it more likely will happen at that Saudi WrestleMania because they're really pushing for The Rock there. And that would be more like, just a random match. They just won't have any meeting. I don't even think they'll even have a storyline. I think they'll just throw them both in there. But
Like Logan versus Cena.
I guess a better question is, at the current product that it is right now, what other match do you think has that $70,000 worth ticket going on? Because you don't have a Cena. He's gone. The Rock, we're not even to wrestling. Like, he'll be in TKO. He'll make appearance. But I don't think The Rock, besides maybe the Saudi fucking Mania, I don't think The Rock really wants to wrestle anymore. I mean, he's up there in age too. What else did he does it say? Green shirt guy has the money
To pay 70,000.
Yeah, I've been trying to get contact with them. But he's not accepting my friend's requests.
I tried to get him to follow me on Instagram. It didn't work either.
Yeah, I have a red shirt. I mean,
green and red, hey.
Yeah. I mean, why not? You know, we could
Christmas guys.
We could make a stable going on, you know, the wrestling
guys.
stable. The color shirts. But that's the thing. What other match for WrestleMania do you think is worth, that type of money? Because, like I said, Cena's gone. The Rock, we're not sure if they were going to return. We have Roman. We do have a Cody. We do have Seth. We do have CM Punk.
I was going to say there's 2 matches in the same card, same night.
What is it?
Cody versus Roman, one last one, but no title. Straight up. Like Rock versus Austin, the last one. You see how that was? It was straight up, no title. Just, hey, you know what? You've always beaten me at WrestleMania. I've never beaten you. Now let's go ahead and go. So they both have the one. Now let's go ahead and just settle the dust. Who's better, me or you? No outside interference, no nothing. Just me versus you.
I would give you another one.
And then the other one I was thinking was Punk versus Seth.
I'll give you another one. I'll throw you left field.
Hit me.
I would say Roman versus CM Punk, because there's some history there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I would throw you Seth versus Cody, because they already know they have great chemistry for a title. Let's just say one of them loses their title. Maybe Seth does, and he goes after the main title.
Him along with the other guys, Beard guy, Trinidad flag guy, etc.
Yeah, I forgot there's a whole trio going on there.
Naturally.
Yeah. I mean, those guys are successful if they're able to afford all that type of thing. I don't believe the rumors that they know somebody, because even then, if Bret Hart couldn't get a fucking seat at that last PLE, what makes you think that green shirt guy goes over Bret? It's fucking Bret Hart, man. Not even Nash could get seats. And Nash is like best friends with Triple H.
Yeah.
So it's like, those guys are making money.
Somewhere, some shit. They're making money.
Yeah, those guys are making money. Yeah, good for them, man. I mean, they live the dream and live what we would like to live, obviously. But yeah, I mean, we get to watch it at home. Nothing bad about that.
Get some pizza, chill.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to Vegas. I already booked my stuff. Tickets do go on sale September 24. I know that. I'm aware of that. I hope the prices go down, but I think if anything, they increase a lot more. And
let us know about that. Because last year, how much did you spend last year? Did you spend like $1,000 for your section?
$1,000 with the fees, the taxes, $1,200 for both nights. And I was at the hundreds, but I was literally on the top of the hundreds. So it wasn't bad, but it was more expensive than previous WrestleManias. And they're saying that this year is going to be more expensive. So I'm afraid.
I remember when I went to WrestleMania 22. Well, we both went to WrestleMania 22 in Allstate Arena, and the ticket for section 115 in the middle was $200. I remember that.
Yeah, but that was also a small arena.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those were different times. It was more comparable if you go on to the next year, which would be 23rd, and that was at the
Ford Field.
Yeah, Ford Field, which
in Detroit.
Do they still have that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that would be more comparable because that's the football field that they use now. Because after that, they never went back to small arenas. They only do football fields. So it'd be nice to get like a ticket price from that and compare it at that point. But yeah, it's getting really ridiculous for the pricings. But that's the thing. It's like I said before, You're gonna charge $70,000 for front row, but still give us a shitty main event for WrestleMania. You know, a shitty ending. I mean, they were charging a ridiculous amount for WrestleMania in Vegas, and we got kind of that awful ending for that John Cena match with Cody Rhodes, with Travis Scott coming out of all people. And we waited for The Rock, and he never showed up. So I feel bad for the people that paid more money than me. That's all I got to say.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I mean, I was pissed. I was like, man, this is fucking shitty ending to a great, what should have been a great match. I mean, they ran it back. They got a better match at SummerSlam, which I'm glad, but still, horrible way to end the main event at WrestleMania. Night 2 out of all nights. They should have just grabbed night 1, stuck it that main event to night 2, vice versa. I would have been fine with that.
So here, listen to this one. WrestleMania 23. There are no current price tickets available. However, fans who attended WrestleMania 23 in Detroit paid around $200 to $800 for lower bowl seats in the same section as the current offerings.
Mhm.
The cost of tickets varies depending on the section, but a lower bowl seat could cost anywhere around $500 to $600 or more.
That's not bad. But, due to inflation, things increase, but I don't think it increased that much to $70,000.
No.
It's ridiculous time we're living in. That's what I always say. There's better.
Don't be surprised if yours is 2,000 this year.
Yeah, well, I mean, I already booked my hotel, but honestly, after this Mania, I think I'm just gonna call it a quit because it's just like at this point, it's getting ridiculous. That's why I said there's better stuff out there. There's local promotions. Your local indie scene has great seats. Usually, you're front of the action. You get food for cheap. There's other promotions out there, just not as big as WWE. And I get it, WWE is your brand name, but can you really keep affording these prices? Is my question for your average person. Rikishi promotion has great action. I mean, for the amount that you got that day, and for the people that were in there, they went viral. So yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So hey, I mean, Rikishi's promotion's doing well. So well that WWE couldn't handle it.
That's why they left. Yeah,
they're like, dude, man, you
guys
are too hot.
You guys are competition.
We're gonna have to knock you out before you start beating us in the ratings.
Literally.
Well, they went viral. That's something that WWE wants.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah. So what else we got?
Pro wrestling is more popular because of that. It's all over the internet, I believe. I can't see the last part because we're not right there.
It was all over the. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I think it's the internet. Let's call it the internet.
Yeah, but I mean, it's popular. It's a lot popular than it was back then. I mean, why is it more popular now? Like, what happened here? Like, that's actually a good question. I know they had a boom period, and whether people like to admit it or not, AEW did have a hand into that.
They did.
And then The Rock return did have a bigger hand into it. And
Rock made wrestling cool then.
Yeah, and then the merger with TKO did help expose it more.
That's
marketing is getting better because of that, but yeah, now we're paying arm and leg for everything. I don't know, man. I kind of miss when it wasn't cool because then I was able to go to the shows, pay super cheap prices,
literally,
and still have enough to eat. Now I go to the show and don't have enough. I just have enough to watch.
Probably, do I have enough even for a drink?
At that point, I just have enough for fucking to breathe. Yeah, pay tickets. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I don't know. That's my whole depression of wrestling now. It's just that I miss the old days when you just paid so little to go to these shows. And then they would run it back the same week. They would run a SmackDown and Raw in the same location. Now they just, you would get a
close
Raw.
to it. At least close to SmackDown would be like, cool, let's put it for us, Chicago, but like a weekend SmackDown down up in Milwaukee or down in Rockford.
But they would always ran it back the same place when it came down here. But now everywhere they want to expand and make the most money.
Actually,
it is what it is. I mean, but that's just the current product right now. I don't know. We'll have to see about Mania. I guarantee it's going to be a lot higher than last year.
Please let us know how much it is. I'm actually curious about that.
Yeah, I mean, I may buy the ticket now, or may just wait till I get there. That's my plan too, is just to wait last minute because I know there's a lot of people that got better deals waiting last minute, which paid less money than I did and got further down, which is ridiculous for people that pay right away. I don't know, man. Alrighty. Any other thoughts? Last final thoughts. I did hear one crazy rumor that Hulk Hogan's death was due to malpractice.
Yep. That's why his wife doesn't want him to get an autopsy. Brooke is pushing for the autopsy, but she's not.
Well, that, and then the rumor was that the surgery is somewhere that the doctor messed up his neck worse after he had the surgery, and that's really, and he had leukemia out of all things too. It's just weird. It's a weird whole situation going on there.
He said Raja did it for The Rock.
Yeah, well, I mean, shit. Raja did it for Rampage.
He did it because Rikishi told him, "Man, do it for The Rock." That's why he did it.
No, he did it for his papa, man. Fucking, isn't Rampage crazy himself?
Yeah, you fucking.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Fucking, I mean, I don't know, man. You don't want to push that on their kids, but am I not? Like, fucking Rampage is crazy, man. Like,
yeah, he is. Rampage Jackson is.
Did anyone get what his dad said?
No.
Then
we're crazy week for Rikishi. I'm telling you. Said that. We're here.
I mean, hey, dude, if you're dumb enough to book yourself something stupid like that without any professional, like setup and all, like actually think about it, like, whoa, I'm gonna tell this fighter to actually hit him, and for God's sake, Raja had a concussion not too long ago. I don't think the guy's rightfully so in the fucking head. Like, he just seemed crazy. Like, there's no reason why you should have threw more than 3 punches at a person if they're going to be real. Like, that was just overkill. That was just disgusting.
It really was.
I don't get it sometimes, but we're going to have to find out what's going to come about that. There's going to be something coming out. Probably press charges, but it could be on Rikishi's promotion.
It could be.
I don't think Rod's going to get anything. He's probably going to get a slap on the wrist from all this because it's really on the promotion. Because in the end, he could say that they threw me a beer can. I'm a fan. I paid for a ticket. I got hurt. Then the next person to get sued would be the promotion, and that's Rikishi. I think that's why WWE got out when they did. They didn't want to stick around because they knew this was going to go to court. So they said, you know what? Sorry, Rikishi. You're part of Samoans, but we don't want no lawsuits. We already have enough of our own.
Literally, Vince did enough.
Yeah, so smart of them. Really is. This is the one time I really do support WWE on something like strongly. Like, yeah, just get the fuck out of there. It's the smartest thing to do.
That was best for business.
It was, yeah. It's best for business, pal. But yeah, dude, that Hogan malpractice, that's crazy. It really is. I want to find out more stuff. Hopefully,
he was started up on painkillers, actually.
It's just sad. I mean, say what you want about the man, and yeah, he has his past, dark past, controversies, but all that stuff that Bubba said, and you thought he was just going crazy. Bubba
was right, dude.
A lot of things I guess he knew that were right and shocking.
Literally.
And that's a sad way to go. It really was. And for an icon as big as Hulk Hogan. But hopefully we get more news about it and see what really happened.
Well, let me ask you, do you think the autopsy happens?
I think after so much time, if they can't get it, I don't think it works, because of the body. Because he didn't get cremated, did he?
Not that I'm aware of.
But he had his funeral. So
doesn't matter. They'll still dig him up.
Yeah, but after so much time, I mean,
you have 7 days. I mean, it's been passed. I think it's 14 or something like that, where the body starts really decomposing really quickly. So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think they'll do it anymore. I was gonna say, yeah, body has to decompose by now. So I don't think they'll do it. I think it's one of those mysteries that you could only,
went with him to his grave.
Yeah, well, you could speculate. You could probably dig up some stuff and just be like, yeah, there was some weird stuff going on. And maybe eventually we'll get the truth years later. And that's all we could, just hope for at that point.
The only one that's gonna know the truth at this point right now is his wife.
Could be
That's
his
the
wife.
only one that's gonna know because she's the one that if she had to give him painkillers, she knows why.
Yeah, I think it's also the hospital's fault too.
Yeah,
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff going there.
because Brooke keeps claiming malpractice. The moment he died, she said it was malpractice.
Yeah,
She has never left that side of the story.
I'm surprised they don't go after the hospital then.
Who knows?
Yeah. I don't know, man. But it's been a crazy week, and honestly, we'll see about next week. But we're gonna have to close it out, man, for the night. Thank you for joining. See you next time.
Peace.